There we go. We're live. Welcome back to Broussard Homestead. Tonight is going to be a little more somber than most weeks because we have something troubling us, to be frank. So, as we do every week, we want to say hi and welcome to all those here in the chat. We've got Whisper, Johnny Harper, Metal for Breakfast. Our prayers with you, my brother. Suburban Hillbilly, Mind and Body Co., Passamaquoddy, Jenny Pennington, Scrappy Cat, Canadian, Southern Boy Prepper, Warren Lewis, Klingon Princess, there's Amy.
That was me.
All the Things Acres, Michigan Daffodil, Simple Preparedness. Welcome, everybody. So to get the news out of the way, if you haven't heard, our good friend Northshore Preparedness, we know him as Sean. He passed away on Christmas Eve. Us in the YouTube community got the word on Monday, 26th, and it's been a rough few days emotionally. Hey Kelly, hey Kiri, built on the rock. Sean was a very good friend. Never met him in person, but we've had several. We all know him. We all know Sean from his live streams. An amazing guy, really amazing guy.
His huge live streams.
Yeah.
Those are hard to keep up with.
Very popular. To say that Sean was a pillar of the YouTube prepper community would definitely be an understatement. Really, just what did Pinball say? The king of pay it. No, that was Rage. Rage in the Cage. Almost said Rage Against the Machine. Rage in the Cage at the end of his little tribute video said the king of pay it forward, and that was for sure.
Sean, you're right.
Sean, I'm not saying that. Hi, Sean in Alaska. S. Moore, welcome. Independent Mini United, thank you. Yes, we had
2 is 1 and 1 is none. That's right.
We had a little more of a personal relationship with Sean. We've had telephone conversations and video chats and things like that. I'd like to consider Sean a personal friend. He said so. So I want to. That's his words. And very much an honor to be Sean's friend. An amazing guy. Random JL, welcome. Over the past few days, I have really tried to put my mind on, making some kind of a collage video, and I haven't been able to do it. I haven't been able to put my mind on that, and so I figured I thought maybe that doing it this way and just getting together with you all and sharing memories would be a good way to pay homage.
Read Sean's comment. Sean the last.
Don't look down on someone unless you're lifting them up. You're absolutely right.
That was Sean.
That was North Shore.
Yeah.
Sherry Leach, Marines and Army Mom. If I miss you, I'm sorry. Joe and Sheila, welcome. Tammy. Today makes a year that we lost my godfather, Danny. Very special man in our lives, and here we are grieving another loss, and it just hurts.
Dang it.
I was telling Reagan, Southern Boy Prepper,
I got my
just a moment ago through texting. I was talking to him and telling him how, if you don't know, if you're new here, my name is Brett and this is Amy. I'm a firefighter in Southwest Louisiana, and through my training, when I'm trained,
keep
not to be. Let me just say it this way: when I get bad news, the shock factor is pushed aside. The emotions are pushed aside, and my first reaction is, what can I do about it? What do I need to do about this situation? And the only thing that I could do when I got the news of Sean's passing was to comfort my wife, because we were both pretty good friends with Sean. I say very good.
I'm
Little
trying.
Frenchie,
I'm trying.
Food Forest, How to Garden, welcome. And I called Southern Boy Prepper and let him know.
I'm not crying. My eyes are sweating. It's hot in here. That's all it is.
It is a shock. It's for sure a shock. Sean kept us in stitches. Just oh man, such a huge personality.
I get a random text every once in a while that said, "Hey, pasta."
You're
just that.
That was an ongoing. It was Sean in Alaska. You're right. He wasn't very tech savvy at all. In fact, we helped Sean.
Oh.
Over.
No, I did it for Sean.
Well, okay, but
for the most part,
we helped the little logo that you see on Sean's page. I helped, or he helped me. We worked together and designed that, and Amy helped him to get all of his monetization on YouTube lined out, and his PayPal.
And his email. That was.
And his email.
And then months later, he finally learned how to check it.
So, in fact, we used StreamYard, the broadcasting software that you were using right now. We used StreamYard as like a Zoom conference, I guess, with Sean. Three Musketeers, welcome. If I missed anyone else, I apologize. You're all welcome. So we used StreamYard like a private video chat. We just didn't broadcast.
And that's how we were able to share screens.
I was able to show him what I was doing on my computer screen. And we talked for hours that night. He had me pulling up.
Hilarious.
He had me pulling up Google Maps so that he could show me where he lived. It was really cool. Very, I loved it. I loved that interaction. And we had video chatted a few times.
Howie.
Telephone conversations a few times, video chats, text messaging. I would send him funny pictures sometimes. In fact, let me pull that up. I just remembered about that. Everybody knows, if you know Sean, you know that there was an ongoing, like an inside joke, I guess, during his live streams. If he had to get up and leave.
Oh, I know where you're going.
Yeah. If he had to get up and leave, what would you guys do in the chat?
Sean in Alaska said every time he would get up to make himself a drink or use the restroom, we would start selling his stuff.
People would bid on the things that they could see in his room on the camera.
That couch has been sold so many times.
So I made this, and I thought he loved it. I never shared it with anybody else. I just shared it with him, and he loved this picture. I put price tags on everything. He laughed so hard at that. And we always messed with him too about that clock. He called it his doomsday clock. Because it was always set to 1 minute to midnight. Sherry says that couch was mine for a hot minute.
Reagan said he bought the couch and wanted the clock too. Oh man.
Really fantastic guy. You couldn't ask for a better friend.
I was sending pictures of my dinner while he was lying.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that too, Sean. His stories, yeah.
One of the last times he was in the hospital, I was sending him pictures of food and told him he needed to come down south and he would eat really good because he was talking about how not so great the hospital food was.
Well, and he was always the one, no matter what he was dealing with, he would stop and he would call, he would pray for other people in need. He even did live streams. So sick, and he did live streams to benefit other people.
In pain, yeah.
That's his character. That's who he was. Cooking an entire meal on his grill.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Or when he was doing the video and not even looking at the chat, and he would ask questions, and everybody was answering, but he had no idea. It was great.
So it was Monday morning when we got the news that Sean had passed, and it had been bothering me all day, obviously. And then we're all the way down here in Southwest Louisiana, 1,500 miles between us and Sean. There's nothing we could physically do on a personal level to help him out. We constantly prayed for Sean, constantly,
and checked in on him. And
but Monday evening I went down to the little corner store to pick us up some dinner, and there in my change, you're not going to be able to see this because of the resolution of the camera, there in my change was a Canadian nickel. And I thought, wow. And I could hear his voice. Stay well and safe.
Stop it. I was doing good. There's your sign. I can hear him say that too.
Hey, book club. It's been tough. I've tried to keep in touch with Sean while he was sick and not really on YouTube, and it's been a challenge. I did the same thing with Chief Brown from the fire department, because he and I had become pretty good friends. We had similar interests, and the nickel is worth 2 cents. Oh man, yeah, we would joke. Sean and I would joke about. Well, actually, I joke with all of my Canadian friends about the money exchange difference. But no, Chief Brown died last year too of cancer. He had been fighting cancer for a while, and when somebody's that sick, I don't know whether I should reach out, when it's a good time, but I try to. I try to keep in touch the best that I can. Hans, Grammy Karen, welcome. He was so conscious of greeting each person that came into his live stream. I love listening to the way he spoke. I've watched him for a long time, and I've missed his live since he got sick. Yeah. And that was really an inspiration of mine to try and make sure and welcome everyone into our chats. Of course, our chats are much smaller than Sean's.
How he did it, I have no idea.
Right.
But he never. I don't think
Hey,
he
Stuart.
missed anybody that came in. Like mid-sentence, and he'd say, "Hey, I see you there," and go right on talking. I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
So I tell you what, now might be a good time. In honor of Sean, let's do the skinny. Our gas price, what do we see today? 270
270
ish at the lowest. And our temps, I'm actually in shorts today.
You are. We went from turning the heater on.
We went from sub-zero. Not really, not Fahrenheit, but it was like cold.
17
it got down to, and today is like in the 70s.
Yeah, we've got our air conditioner on now.
$4.77.
Don't buy ground beef.
Goodness. Hey, KP.
I think ground beef here is about $4 a pound.
Yeah, RAC is running 2, Kelly. Near Ottawa, I'll give you the finger. Please do.
Oh, Tammy. Thank you for reminding me. Honey, my list.
Sherry says $1.14. That must be a liter, right, Sherry? So Sean was really good at that conversion. I don't know if, let's see.
He did that on a calculator.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He told me that one day, but he told me not to tell you.
Times 3.8. I think it's 3.8. So about $4.33 per gallon, roughly. Oh, that's right. The meat. We didn't look at the ground beef price. I
It's
forget
about
about the ground
$4.
beef.
It's about
See,
$4.
I would not make a good Sean.
From the beautiful shores of Lake Ontario. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Brother Donnie's here, Prep for Eternity Homestead. Thank you for that reminder, KP. We appreciate the thumbs up. Thumbs up for Sean. I just couldn't bring myself to do it, to prepare like a video collage for you guys tonight. But I hope
it's really hard watching his videos.
It is. I hope that just speaking of Sean and the good memories is honor enough.
$2.72 a gallon. Selling my ground beef for $6 a pound starting January 1st. Wow.
Oh, that's a good memory, Sean. Sean in Alaska says, I met him here in your live.
Oh.
Which is funny and ironic because we met our neighbor, Southern Boy Prepper, in Northshore's live.
Yep.
Carpenter Self-Reliance, welcome.
I used to joke with him pretty often about that. Yeah, we had to go to a Canadian live stream to meet somebody, 45 minutes away from us? Not even.
Hey, D. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Lord. Ours are, what?
Dueling Sean's.
About $5 a dozen here is what they're selling. That's the cheap eggs at the store, y'all.
Oh, Tammy. I know Sean is watching me tonight saying, I see you there.
Mm-hmm.
I tried. I was watching one or two of Sean's live streams trying to get clips. And I got a couple, but I can't. Anyway, I see you. He would say, I see you there, or there you are.
If someone finds out where he's going to be laid to rest, please let me know. I have a friend in Niagara on the lake. Oh, missing it. Hang on.
Hey, Gary, man.
And I'll ask him to please go by and leave a memento for us. That's awesome.
Lift up your brother and sister. Pay it forward. These are all great sayings. You're right.
Thank you, Sean, for that. Sean in Alaska.
Aside from his lives, I learned fermentation and cherry tomatoes he made with basil and oil to put up in the fridge. Yum.
Oh, the herb butter.
We've done some oven canning based on his direction in his video.
You know, there was times I was lazy and didn't want to go back and watch a video, so I'd text Sean, hey, how long was I supposed to put the quartz in the oven for? And he's like, oh.
Hey, Catskill, welcome.
You know I have a video on that, he'd say.
Northshore was an unbelievable soul. He taught me so much. Yeah. No, Gil, we don't know details,
Yeah.
and it's not my place to ask, or if I did know, it's not my place to give those details out. I pray that it was peaceful and he wasn't alone. Great Lakes Reliance. Hello.
Text us and see what we were eating. He always wanted a picture. Yeah, he always wanted to know about
Hey,
our
Mama
food.
Bear.
And
Yeah,
he'd send
well, you know why?
He'd send me a text.
Because he was
Did you or Abby
was a
cook
chef.
tonight? And if I'd say Abby, then he wanted a picture.
Yeah.
And if I said I did, he was like, well,
I said-
maybe next time. He messed with me so much.
But you know, another thing that you and him had between the two of you, you would make fun of him for the way he said pasta, and he would make fun of you for the way you said filet.
I know it.
It was obvious from being in his live streams. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I remember, see, his live streams were, well, I mean, he was live all the time. I messed with him about that too. I joked with him. But it was 6 p.m. our time on Mondays.
And then randomly in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
I would just be laying down and get a notification that Sean was live. So I'd jump in the live stream just for a minute, and he'd say, "Hey, you're up late. What are you doing?" Brett must be at the firehouse, or Brett must be at work. Because he knows that, like, there's a lot of times that Brett's at work, and I have more trouble getting to sleep.
One of the most recent live streams that he did after he was shaved, he only did a few after that.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the chat, and I was kind of talking to him a little bit. I was part of the chat, but at one point I was like, "Hey, you got to go. My phone battery is about to die." And when he read that, he said, "Amy," he said, I don't remember exactly the words he used, but he basically said, "Fuss at Brett. He's a crappy prepper for letting his phone die." He called everyone my friend. Yeah. He's the reason why we did our video on our cast iron collection. Because I don't know if he actually
harped on me.
I don't know if he actually was that impressed by our collection, but he really played it up and like he insisted that we do that video. But that was his thing all the time. He was promoting us, provoking us to make videos because we're so bad. We're so bad about making videos. And in fact, I bounced back and forth whether to make tonight's live stream about this, because I don't want people to feel like we're piggybacking or trying to get views, because that's not what this is. And so I was back and forth about it, and then I thought,
homemade brew. Yeah.
I thought, what would Sean say? And all the time, if I told Sean about something that was on my mind or something that I was doing, he'd say, "Film that, make a video." So that's why we're here. Yeah, paying respect, right? Hey, Patty. Solar. All right. Robert Bates. Buttering with Northshore over on pinball was always a breeze. Yeah. In fact, I don't remember exactly where I met Sean. It was in somebody's chat. It might have been pinball or Preparedness 1, but he started coming to our live streams. And at the time, I didn't know who he was. In fact, he didn't even have a logo next to his name. He had just an N, letter N. So I had no idea he even made videos or had a channel, until one day I was like, I need to go check this dude out, because like he was active in our chat. And so I did, and I realized that yes, he made videos, and they were good videos, and um, I could tell from his videos already that he was a nice guy. So I I don't remember what order things happened in, but I remember asking him to moderate for us, making him a moderator on our channel, and offering him help to get all the details done on his channel. So we were able to help him to make that that little compass rose logo with his name around it. And anyway,
Then he asked, how
things
do
got
I
really cool.
start a PayPal? And I was like, oh God. We just went through like 2 hours worth of setting up an email address and trying to get him
Virginia
to
roots.
know how to check it.
What? Yeah. What's everyone's temp? We just did the skinny in honor of Sean. The temps and gas prices and meat prices. The chat remembered the meat prices part of it. I didn't. Love raids, yeah.
Temp 44. Oh no, it's like 68 here.
That's one thing I can say. Sean never love raided us because I always made sure that we were not live at the same time as Sean. I wanted to be in his chat. So he never had the opportunity.
We've had him on our channel a couple of times. Like live streams.
A couple of times. Yeah. When the first one we did, we talked about differences in how we prep because we have at the time we had a family of three. I can't remember if Katie had moved out or not. Anyway, a family in the country on some land, and he's a single guy in an apartment. So we just discussed differences, and it was a really cool live stream. He loved his brother and showed so much respect for him. He made everyone feel welcome and was the most sincere person on YouTube. I agree wholeheartedly with that whisper. KP says, I have a small channel, 16 subs. Well, that's, for the first 6 months, we had 2 subscribers and 1 video. And one of those subscribers was my other account. So you're better off than I was then, for sure. Yeah, he featured his mom one day on a video. The Meet North's mom. I think it was her birthday or something. I don't remember for sure.
I think you're right. I look forward to getting alerts from Sean's videos because you never knew what he was going to come out with because he never edited anything.
No,
he
didn't know how.
Literally,
he told us that for
press the button. You'd watch him walk around and get figured out. Sometimes
he knew how to do.
Sometimes he was even fiddling with the camera. Okay, you guys, hang on just a minute.
How do you turn this thing off? It was cute. But like there was one day he went to start his video and then he was like, no, let me adjust this viewfinder. And it was great. I loved it. It's so raw. When he had a bee in his bonnet, his rants were epic. Yes, they were. We only need to put up a clock at 1 minute before midnight in honor. Oh, I like that idea. I like that idea.
You got a whole wall.
Well, see, we're in our kitchen, so we're gonna have people like.
Everybody asks me about the bird clock anyway, so you know what? Throw up another clock up there and
sparkle socks. Nate, you're here. Nathaniel Wheeler is Sean's son, guys. Let's send our condolences to Nate. Thank you for so much. I'm sorry, I can't read that. You're very welcome. I hope that
Yep.
I hope that his memory is honored by our discussions tonight.
I'm gonna take a minute, go blow my nose.
Okay, Becky. Thank you for joining us, Nate. I will. I need it. I'm just taking a moment.
Did you want it open for people to come up? Yeah, you know.
But
That's up to you. I think it would be a cool thing to do.
Nate, I can promise you, I'm just one member of this community, but these people love Sean. A drink for Sean. I'll stick to my coffee, but yes, if you want to have a drink for Sean, by all means. Truzio, yep. I heard. I actually, a friend sent me a message that was a link to. I think it was a link to Pinball's video, and at the same time, Amy got a message from another friend. Same time, and that's how we found out. You guys are awesome. Honor the clock and the couch. Prepper Chicken, Texas. Welcome. You're right, Sean. You're right. I still think about that. Hey, Gary. What was the first or best prepper thing you learned from Sean? Um, well, there's two things. We did the oven canning, which we followed the directions in his video, and we did not make our own video on that. We just referred everyone to Sean's video. And the other thing that I remember, uh, which I still haven't done, is the terracotta pots with the tea light candles for a little makeshift heater. Oh, Amy, we laughed so hard. We were on a video chat, so we don't have. Yeah, yeah, S more. You're right. I don't know if I can't remember if Sean actually said that in a live stream or not, but like he said that to us when we were video chatting. He said, "Shut your whole entire face," and we laughed so hard. It was it was great. It caught me off guard. Shut your whole entire face. That was his way of saying, "No way." That was so over the top. He did say it in live. Okay. I might have to go back and find that. That's hours and hours and hours of live streams that I would have to look through. I would love to have that as a memory, as a like a little video clip. That would be great. We were guests on Sean's channel once, I think. I think only once. That was after I helped him to learn how to use StreamYard. Uh, he had Sean in Alaska on, so it was Sean and Sean. That was a good live stream. It was Sean in Canada and Sean in Alaska. I love how he honored the medal he got. It was a cherished gift he had gotten. I feel like I remember that, but oh, that's foggy. I'm not sure if I remember that. It seems familiar though. Hey, Medal. Love you, man. For those that may not know, Medal for Breakfast here in the chat is Sean's brother. Hey, Mary Beth, welcome. It was like two guys having a pint and a chat together. Yes, man, for real. It was just the personality, that Sean put out on camera was exactly the same. There was no difference. He was that kind of guy for real. Should we all go watch a Sean video if we can to increase the monetary amount to be a blessing to his family? Nate, Metal. Excuse me. I'll leave that for Nate or Metal to answer. I can't see where it would hurt.
The air's not working.
The air's not working?
Mm-mm.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's getting cooler,
It's
does
not.
it? Did you turn it off?
No.
Should I give them a call? I can do that real quick if you got this.
No. It's 7:30 at night.
Now that you say that, I start feeling warm. I can open a window.
Sean. We need to get one printed that says, shut your whole entire face. With his picture on the front.
I'm gonna give this guy a call real quick. Y'all excuse me, our air conditioning is not working.
So, are you gonna call him or text him?
I'm gonna call him real fast.
Yeah, it's set on 73, but the temp is 76.
Well, he didn't answer. Okay. I went straight to voicemail, so.
There you go, that one on the back.
Yeah, he did call everyone guys and gals.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. There was never any drama with Sean.
Right.
When he was upset about something, he just kind of vented it out on a live stream. And it was great to watch. I'm really hoping that his kids can get connected through his channel and things like that, and kind of keep that alive. 'Cause, yeah, he was hilarious even when he was ticked off about something. Exactly, but he never had an ill word to say to anybody. He vented about their, government actions and what they were doing, but never just never like demeaning towards anyone ever.
Sometimes he would suddenly shout, "Stew!" Yes, he would.
And a lot of humor, yeah. Sparkle socks. Yeah.
Always humor. I remember how frustrated he was. The video where he stood at the border of Canada and the U.S. talking about how he couldn't cross because he wouldn't get the serum.
Mm-hmm.
I was mad with him that day.
That's what I said. It was never against it. He was never ugly towards a person.
Right.
It was always about the action,
Right.
But he was never disrespectful towards anyone. Stuck a toe over the line. I picked at him about that after that video. Like, you should have just taken off running and jumped really fast and then ran.
So many good memories, yeah.
Oh,
Jeep.
man. I'm not reading that one out loud.
Welcome, Jeep. Oh, man.
So are mine, Metal. I keep getting up, and it's not just to wipe my eyes, but like as I'm crying, my nose is running, and I will not have my boogers running on live stream. I can handle the sweaty eyes, but
I love this. You're right, Samantha. You are right.
Did you want to open it? Did you want to open it up or no?
Well, did anybody want to come up? Because we are in StreamYard. We can share you up on the screen here if you want to. We can put an invite in the chat.
If anybody wants to.
If anybody wants to come up and talk about good memories of Sean, that link is there in the chat. I think you're right, Scrappy Cat. What better way to honor someone than with the community, all other people who think the same.
Oh, Michigan Daffodil said, "What's up with Jeep? Not sure what the meaning is. Not seeing a Jeep channel name. It's just exploring every path."
Every path.
You know, I had to ask
Jeep.
Sean about that in one of his live streams because he kept saying Jeep, and I was like, wait, what am I missing? And then like the chat scrolled with everybody saying Jeep, and I was, I was a little slow.
That's okay, Sean. No, that's good. That's okay. Oh, I appreciate that, Wendy. Just doing it for Sean. Here's one wearing a mask in your. Okay. Oh, you're saying that Sean said that. Okay. I understand now. I'm not going to read that one. I want to reiterate how much you all mean to me, my chatty friends. You are loved. You are lifted up. You are special. Well, Klingon Princess, I appreciate that. That is so sweet. It's just, it's hard.
Hey, Nunya.
It's tough. Nunya, Jake, what's happening?
He said, I have a real Jeep too. I would hope so. But now I remember that name every time I see it. Because, you know, I had that slow moment and Sean had to explain it to me.
Yeah. Why are you leaving the air conditioner on?
I don't know. Because I was trying to cool off the house.
It's not working. So it might be frozen. It shouldn't be.
Oh. Okay.
You're going to go look or you want me to go look?
I'm going to go look.
Okay. Pasta. Yes. You know what? I'm going to allow that metal.
What?
He said the doctor's effed around too long, but he didn't use effed.
Well.
Mama Bear's here. I'm going to bring her up. Hey there.
Ah, there I am. Hi, guys.
Welcome, Mama Bear.
This is the first time I've ever done this thing. This is cool.
Oh, yeah? Let me see. There we go. Now people can see your name there. So what would you like to share about your memories with watching Sean on Northshore Preparedness?
Oh, I liked it when he done his little cookings and stuff like that. He just made me laugh. I'm telling you, that man made me laugh.
He really had a great personality.
Oh, he did. He sure did. And he was real soft-hearted, too. I like the way he handled things. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah, big, huge heart. I'm telling you.
And even when he was in other people's live streams, like in our live streams, he would make me laugh. In our chat rooms, I mean.
Just the way he went about doing things and said things, he cracked me up. If I was feeling kind of bummed out, I'd go watch his live stream.
Yep.
Just to get unbummed.
For sure. Hey, there's Patty the Tinkerer's wife.
So how long did y'all know him?
We started getting to know him before the pandemic stuff, for sure. Because I remember us discussing that. Well, I mean, we can't talk about that too much on YouTube, but discussing how it was being used by the governments.
Yeah.
So at least 2 years, 2-3 years.
Okay, I'd say I was watching him for almost about a year. Because I've been on the YouTube for about a year, a little over a year. It was shortly after that, after I started watching you guys, I started watching him.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, because Pinball is the one that ended up linking me up with him.
Okay.
Yeah, because Pinball was the second person I subscribed to. Danny and Wanda, Pinball, and y'all. And then after that,
Okay.
it was Northshore. So,
Tinker's wife says she met Sean on our live streams. That's cool. I'm
oh,
glad
that
we
is
were able to lead people to Sean. He's really, really a great guy.
well. I'll tell you this much: I'm going to sure miss him. That's for sure.
Yeah.
What I mean, I thought for the longest time he just had problems with his legs. I didn't know he had any other medical issues until I saw he had no hair.
Well,
I
the
wasn't
no
sure.
hair, he just shaved. That's what.
Oh, did
That's
he?
why he had no hair.
Okay. I thought he had to, so I wasn't sure. Because my mom had the cancer, and my other mother-in-law I had, my first husband had the cancer, so, and then my sister-in-law had leukemia, so I thought maybe it was along that lines. I wasn't going to ask and get into his business.
Right.
I just he said something about his bald head, and I said, well, that looks cute. You need a big old long mustache now. Could be the Monopoly guy.
Well, no, because of my job, I have to stay shaved. So I joked with him about having beard envy.
Yeah, beard envy.
Yeah, if anybody else wants to come up and talk about good memories with Sean, the StreamYard link is there in the chat. Mind and Body Co. is continuing to share that link for us. We appreciate it.
Another thing I liked about Sean is we'd get in these bidding wars, and he'd start them. He'd start them half the blooming time, getting them bidding wars for his stuff.
Yeah.
That's the craziest thing. I'm like, okay, I'll give you $1.99 for the hat.
Yeah. Fox It Outdoors, welcome. Yeah, talking about the bidding wars, I'd made this picture for Sean. I shared it a little while ago. Some people weren't here yet. I made this picture and showed it to only Sean. And this was because people would start bidding on Sean's stuff, jokingly, of course, when he would leave the room. So I made this and sent it over to him, and he thought that was so funny. I put price tags on everything.
That's funny. Hold on just a second, guys. Hold on. Yeah, I'm having a late night snack. I'm having a burrito. My husband was telling me it was done.
Oh.
So I didn't eat dinner earlier, and I jumped and went to the stove, and so I just.
I can't see you. I don't know what you're saying. CJ, welcome.
Somebody was going to join us, and now I don't see no one.
Well, that was I think that was the screen that I shared.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I chased them off or something. Now I'm done piddling around.
Cliff says I would love to get the doom clock to keep the suspense going on live. So, Cat, get out of there. Cat's trying to eat a plant. Somebody earlier mentioned that we should all get our own doomsday clock and put it in the back of our live streams. I think that's a great idea.
Oh, that would be funny. Yeah.
A nice little homage. Oh yeah, his call-in nights. I forgot about those.
His what?
His call-in nights, like he would put his real phone number out there for people
Oh
to call
yeah.
in while he was live. I don't know that I could do that.
I don't know if I could either. Unless I had two phones. One I could just shut off.
Yeah. We all need a vintage red couch too, Amy says.
Yeah, that couch. That couch is pretty, actually.
Yeah.
I like that couch. I offered $5 for it, but he wouldn't take it.
Oh yeah, the painting and that little war axe. That was so cool.
Oh, that was cool.
Kaylin Strain, welcome. Klingon Princess, I think I may have missed that one. That I don't know about that one.
Well, I can't see the. What did she say? I didn't see it.
Hang on, I'll put it on the screen. That's one that I can't say.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Metal says the T-shirt is mine. Oh, here we go. We got someone else down in the chat. I mean, down in the basement here. Let me bring Gil up. There we go. Hey, Gil.
Oh, hey, Jill.
Hey, I was always lurking in most of his lives because it was so much fun not to be drawn attention to, just to go over there. But the problem was every time he found out I was there, he'd say, "Come up and teach us something."
Nathan said, I'm glad I saw that picture. I found the handle and had no idea what it was. I'd love to put that axe back together.
That's right. It did break. I remember that. I forgot about that. He said he was reaching back for it or putting it away or something. And he says, well, I'm not fixing that tonight.
So the rest of it might be behind that red vintage couch.
I forgot about that.
Guys, I'm having a little bit of internet problems. I'm going to leave this part of the chat. We've got a rainstorm happening.
Okay,
Oh,
stay safe. Stay safe, Mama Bear.
Okay, so I'll get back
Take
into
care.
the regular.
Bye now.
Yeah, I mean, there were a couple of other people's lives. I was on like over with Courtney White Family's farm. All of a sudden, Sean just led a whole mess of people over there for a raid. I remember the raids he used to do.
The raids, yeah, the love raids. And that all started when someone did that to him, and he thought it was such a great idea. He just kept doing it to other people. It was great.
Yeah.
And he would always choose smaller channels.
Yeah, yeah.
In order to get them
Share the
subscribers.
love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Lori. Firefly Farm is here. And getting him to dance. Please put the belt on the record player and blast some of those tunes.
Yeah, he liked to help out the little guy.
Oh, Michigan Daffodil says I was at Northstar Prep Center when a raid happened. It was so fun.
Oh, I've been in several. He did it to Kate too, and
Texas Tony from Lafayette, Lake Charles area.
Kate had no idea what to do. She just sat back in awe of the amount of people. Tried to get the record player to started today, but it wouldn't start. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, there were quite a few channels he rated on that. I was there for that the one over at Kathy North Star. And now I guess that was a kind of a joke between the two of them, North Star and North Shore.
Yeah,
Yeah. And their logos were similar.
Right. We would always get them confused in the chats.
Yeah.
We followed him over. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, it's just sort of a melancholy experience to lose someone like that who helped so many people and was just so outgoing and just, was doing it because of the goodness of his heart, because it was the right thing to do.
Yep. Right. With no other intention. Yeah. We followed. We were in his chats a few times and followed along with the love raids. I couldn't even tell you who we went to see. I know we raided Southern Boy Prepper once, but I knew of Reagan by then, but I wasn't Reagan's friend yet. North got a raid from Montegraph. That's what it was. I messaged him yesterday to tell the news and thank him for what he started. How cool! That's good thinking, Metal.
Yep. Sean sure leaves a legacy for us in his actions towards others. Exactly. And he didn't just preach it, he lived it.
Oh yeah.
In every single thing that he did.
Lift up your brothers and sisters. Yep.
Spread happiness in honor of Sean. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say I've lost two good friends that way. Sean and Will Russell from Just in Time Prepping.
Yeah, I remember that.
Why can't the good ones stick around longer?
Yeah. Yeah, people are just left with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Southern Boy Prepper Reagan. I am so happy too that we were. Let me see if I can share this. There it is. It moves quickly. There. So happy we met through Sean. So happy we're friends through Sean. You guys are amazing. We met in. We joke about that. Neighbors in Southwest Louisiana met in a Canadian's live stream. It's pretty amazing.
And now we have a plant named after Reagan, or we did until the freeze.
Reagan froze.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have loved to meet Sean in person. That would have been an incredible meetup.
Reagan says we're froze too.
Yeah, to have met him in person would have been absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Well, if someone else wants to come up here, there's plenty of room.
Yeah. Even with the free version of StreamYard that I have, we can hold 6 on screen.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I didn't know that, Metal. It says last time I saw Sean, Nathaniel was a baby. So you guys had just been keeping up kind of like we have through calls and texts and video chats?
Oh.
A video tour?
Awesome.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Tinker's wife. Why don't you share your channel link here in the chat, Tinker's wife?
Scrappy said I'd love to know more about his military history.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's something I don't know much about. Sean was a Canadian veteran.
What's that link again? I feel y'all need a Canadian to come to represent Sean.
Hey, Henry, can you help us out? In the meantime, I'll see if I can get it happening. Henry's probably going to beat me to it.
Yeah, I'm on the wrong channel to be. My wrench is on Camp Patton.
Oh.
Oh, well, let me fix that. There you are. I didn't realize I hadn't done that.
Well, it's usually I'm in here on Camp Patton, but lately I've been doing this one because, well, I'm getting close. Just say that.
Where you at?
10 away.
From what now? 1,000?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Getting there.
See, Sean would have heard that and he'd have love rated you.
Yeah.
Just to make sure you got that 10 plus 10 more.
Yeah.
In fact, why don't you share that channel link and see if you can reach that tonight?
All right. Give me a second here.
Yeah, now that you gave him a wrench, he can do that.
Yeah.
All right. There's the channel.
Ray Gill's channel tonight
Well,
during his midnight rest.
That means I would have to be live at that time, and I'm an old man.
Yeah.
If Brett makes it to 10 o'clock, we're doing real good.
Well, looky. Canadian. Welcome.
Hey, turn that on. There we go. Here's to Sean.
Absolutely. Nice to put a face to the name.
One of us has to come up here as a Canadian and just say how proud we were that he had so many friends from all over the world. And Nathaniel and Metal, I extend sincere condolences because, he was just such a fun guy to watch live. I think all of us are going to miss him immensely.
I've been missing Sean quite a bit this week. I've actually, while he was sick, we didn't talk much. So I've been missing Sean for a long time. But now I know that there's no end to that. And that hurts.
Heck of a good lad.
Yeah.
I had a little tribute for him the other day too. I still got the camo hat sitting.
Nice.
You can't tribute to Sean without a camo hat.
Hey, Kincaid Outdoors, welcome.
What was in those cups he always refilled?
Rum.
Yeah. I thought it may be tea, but Canadians drink sweet tea. And that was never tea in Sean's cup.
Oh, Kaylin, that's cool. Prepper Nurse One got to talk to his son. He thanked Ed for helping North out. That's cool.
See if I can see the chat.
Rum and ginger ale.
I remember the
homemade rum and ginger ale. Easy on the ginger ale.
Michigan Daffodil is asking where you are in Canada.
I just hit the button so I could see the chat. I'm actually about 6 hours east of where Sean lived. I live outside of Ottawa.
I knew that. He said that last
That's
week.
why I joked. If I see sparkly socks, I'll give him the "You're number one" sign and say it's from Sean.
Nate said, I'm not terribly familiar with his military history. I just know that's where a lot of his distrust of the government started. He was in communications, listening and decoding intercepted Morse code. Oh wow!
Yes.
My grandpa did that in the military.
Oh,
He worked with Morse code.
I think he was what they call a signal.
I think you're right. I think I remember him telling me that.
Yeah. My grandpa Gray was part of the signals in World War II.
Wow.
Let's see. Tammy says, on a live one night, I told him I needed to go because I was making bread and needed to put it in the oven. He laughed and asked me if I was single and willing to move up. I told him sorry, no to either. Oh, man.
Michigan said, I didn't know Ottawa was that far away from Toronto.
Was he? Oh, yeah, he was. I thought he was over on the other shore.
Yeah, he was on in Ontario.
Oh, wait, no. That's right, too. So he's only about 4.5 hours.
Yeah, Sean was, he showed me on the map, he was just east of Toronto.
I think he was in Bowmanville. That's right.
That sounds familiar. Yeah, I think so.
I asked him a couple of times if he stopped at the Big Apple, because there's a place at Port Hope when you're going on the 401. You're going towards Toronto. On the left-hand side is called Big Apple, and they make these gigantic apple pies.
Whoa. Speaking of, what was the name of that restaurant?
I have it in my messages.
Okay. Sean had messaged us about some restaurant near us that he had
It's in
seen.
Lafayette. Because we were going to Lafayette for something.
He told us we have to go eat at this restaurant, and we haven't done that yet. So
he looked it up online. It was somebody that he knew did a video on that restaurant and how great it was. And he wanted a video of you eating some kind of giant turkey leg.
Turkey leg.
And
like Henry VIII.
when we went to Lafayette, it was a short trip, and I told him we would have to plan to go back.
Was that not for Abby's teeth? Abby's wisdom teeth?
I think it was. So we were only there for a short time, and the poor child had no teeth when we left, or she was 3 less teeth when we
By the way, we made a video of Abby after her wisdom teeth removal, and if you have not seen that, get ready and don't drink anything while you're watching it.
Yeah, he's in Bowmanville. Great flea market just out of town.
That's right.
Sean used to love going flea market shopping.
He brought us to the flea market with him before.
Many times. Few lives last summer he did talking about showing the propane stoves with the two is one and one is none stuff. That saying sticks in my head.
What was the place that he went to? It was an old carpenter shop or something.
Oh yeah.
I watched that video like 3 or 4 times.
I don't remember what it was.
I loved it.
But
I like the antique stuff.
Antique tools. I don't know what that was.
I remember he did a video too of a community that he built some houses in. He showed some videos.
Oh, I don't remember that one. I must have not seen it. I saw the one where I remember where he was. He harvested his potatoes out of his buckets, and there was just potatoes and more potatoes and potatoes. It was everywhere potatoes. You got it, Miss Patty. Have a great night.
Many times I would text him, and can you go live? I'm lonely. I bet he would too.
I remember getting up at like 5 a.m. to go to work, and I'd see the notification say, "I know you're up. Why not?"
Love the video where there was a old grain grinding thing. Yeah, there was. I don't remember the place that he was at, but it was this building, and there was belts run through for the tools and stuff.
That's right.
I don't remember what it was exactly, but I remember watching that over and over, thinking, that is so amazing to be able to see that, I thought it was so cool that he got to see that in person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
I don't know, Nathaniel, did you get a chance to watch some of his live streams when he stepped away and everybody was trying to buy his stuff?
Oh, I loved it. I absolutely loved the auctions. There was a
Now I
couple of things
remember
that stayed on the shelf.
remember something
I
about
was
he had me do. He was back in July. I had to go back and check my list here of my live streams. He did. I was doing food source recon in this area up there. And he's going down. He goes, well, there's a dead end street here. Let's go see what's down there. And there was some orchard down there.
Yes.
And he's talking about doing stuff. And he kind of, he did a kind of a challenge, do a recon in your guys' area. And I know I did one back in August on it, about that too. And that was probably one of the most smartest things that a beginner prepper could learn from him was check your area out.
Yeah, right. I see Milkmaid joined the chat, says didn't know that he had passed. I'm so sorry that you just found out. Welcome to one of many memorials, I'm sure, on YouTube.
Metal said, I think we should do a live stream auction of some stuff for his viewers.
Oh,
You might have a fight there.
Or somebody will make some good dough.
we Sean did he did a video once. I guess it was probably about 2 years ago now, maybe, where he had pulled out change from his pocket or money that he had in his pocket, and it came out to 26 Canadian dollars. It translated to 21 American dollars with the exchange rate. And he put out like just an open invitation for people to do videos. So we did one, a $21 prepper challenge, and we ended up getting like Vienna sausages and water, $21 worth. But we participated. I thought it was a great idea.
The biggest issue will be the tariffs and the shipping. Yeah, the taxes and the shipping on yeah. Selling all this stuff, yeah.
I think the best advice I heard, a bunch of people talking in his chat one night, and they were saying, what do you do if, and I can't remember who said it or mentioned it, but he thought it was great too, that, find that like-minded neighbor that you normally wouldn't even know who they are, and just find that couple in the neighborhood, whether they're firearms owners or they're preppers in a small way, so that you know who you can trust.
That's right.
Just find those few people within your area that you can take care of one another.
And that's important too. That's important because, and I think he would put it forth this way as well. Like if I'm raising chickens and Amy's raising a garden, and we can trade and barter and help each other out in that kind of way.
But Sean didn't have any enemies either. Like, no one he ever met was an enemy.
I don't think he was capable of making an enemy.
Too nice a fella.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Somebody could be so angry at him, and he would just look them in the face and say something freaking hilarious. And by the end of the conversation, I promise you, they would both be laughing.
Like, shut your whole entire face.
I had never heard that in my life. And we had Sean on a video chat. I think Kate was here that day. We had him on the big screen in the living room, giant Sean on the big screen living room TV. And I don't remember what it was you said. It didn't even matter what you said. But he says, shut your face. shut your whole entire face.
But
and I fell off the
what
couch
made it
laughing.
even better, okay, so if you could picture Sean in his living room on his antique red couch, leaning forward, listening, and I mean, at that point he wasn't reading chat, but you know how Sean would lean forward to listen, and he just shot back and goes, shut your whole entire face. Oh, it was great. You really had to be there. It's just awesome.
Wow. I get a random text every once in a while that says, hey, pasta.
Filet.
And I would send back, filet. Oh, man. Or I'd randomly send him something about, are you oot and a boot? And I'd have to correct the spelling on my phone like 3 or 4 times to get it how I wanted it to send it to him, because autocorrect would try to correct it.
Actually, now that we're actually on cam, because a couple of people said, well, why did I choose the name Canadian? Well, as we've talked in chat for about 13 years, except for this idiot situation we've had for the last few, I've gone to Texas wild boar hunting. And I have some great friends down there. I love the state of Texas. But whenever they introduced me to someone, because my buddies have that heavy southern drawl, they go, this is my Canadian friend.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's how Canadian happened. Because all those folks would say, this is my Canadian friend.
I like it.
The thick southern drawl. I like that.
The funniest thing for me, I think it was probably back in 2000. I went into a gas station to pick something up, and when I walked in, the lady behind the counter looked up and said, how are you today, darling? And I just thought, my experience with the southern United States, and actually any state I've been in, was I have great American friends and I have the highest respect for them, but they're always so polite. And when I walked in and she said, how are you today, darling? I said, I'm fine. How are you? And she goes, oh, you've got an accent.
Oh, man.
See, that's where I'd have said, say pasta. Say pasta. Every single time that we would talk to Sean on the phone, he knew it was coming. He knew it was coming. He would be on the phone with Brett, and I would walk by, and I'm like, hey, who are you on the phone with? He's like, oh, Sean. Oh, tell him to say pasta. Tell him to say pasta just one time.
I would type that in his chat sometimes. Say pasta.
Yeah, I remember listening to that pasta joke going back and forth, back and forth.
Oh, and that was not just in the live streams. That was on the phone all the time, through text messaging. And, you know, I'd send him just a random text that just said, hey, pasta. And I could almost instantly just hear him laughing. And I'd wait a few minutes and I'd get back, filet.
I got to just turn this down for 1 second. And I always joke around. There's a big thing in the chat, because I always say stuff that's kind of goofy on purpose just to make Amy laugh. And the other night, last week when we were talking, it's hard to type in the chat because you can only get so many words in. And somebody was talking about farts. And I have the greatest clean fart story ever told. It was by my grandmother, Edna, because you were talking about your Aunt Edna.
Yeah.
I have a grandmother. Her name was Edna. I miss her immensely. Like, she passed away long ago, but she was a great lady. And one time, she was telling this fart story. She was going, there's a little town southwest of here called Smiths Falls. She was having lunch with Judge Newton, proper gentleman judge. And they went into the diner and they were sitting there talking. And in those diners, in the southern states, they have them too. You know, the metal teapots? They are really hot, little push lid.
Yeah.
So she says they were talking, and he's such a proper gentleman. He poured the tea, and when he leaned forward to take a sip of the tea, he farted. And he looked up and he said, "God damn it, it's a good thing you got out of there in time. You'd have been scalded to death." My grandmother told me that story, and I blew snots.
Oh man,
That's great.
that's incredible. Oh,
Lori says, remember his story about the gas station egg salad sandwich. I don't, that doesn't sound familiar to me. I must have missed that one. Metal says, never eat an egg salad from a gas station.
well, I thought that was a given. I don't eat much from a gas station.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We have that one gas station near us called Grab and Go, but it's spelled like Louisiana, Go, G-A-U-X. And they have like an in-house smokehouse, and it's freaking amazing. We have a lot of good food around us.
Duh.
That's what makes
We're
it
like
hard.
the food capital of the
That's
world.
what makes it hard to travel. Yep.
Well, my wife's back. I gotta slide out of here.
Okay, Gil. Thanks for joining
All right.
us for a little
Gil, nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you too. See y'all later.
All right, take care.
Well, and now, Brett, we've been talking so much about fishing and stuff like that. If you ever do get a chance, the invitations is there. So
Well, you know, things.
not in the
things
winter.
would
I know you don't want to go ice fishing. So.
Yeah, well, I'm sure things would probably have to change in your government to allow us.
No, I don't think you need that. I don't think it's mandated anymore.
Oh, really?
I don't think so, unless
Okay.
you're Chinese.
Oh, wow.
Oh man.
I think that's over.
Oh, well, that's good news.
The girls went to New York State because it's 45 minutes to the New York State border at Ogdensburg from here.
Right.
And they go over to buy butter because butter is ridiculous here. It's like $7 or $8 a pound in some places. I saw some of that organic butter for $12.99.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, Metal just confirmed no vax passports required.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'll
Might be
put the
something
chat
we
back.
have to look into. I've never left the U.S. In fact, I haven't been much for traveling in my life. I've been
around the States,
I may have
quite a
been to a dozen states.
but I've never left the country.
Well, I can tell you that, let me get this chat thing off so I can see us. Tina and I went to, we flew over to Europe in September. We flew to London. We had to wear masks from Ottawa to Montreal, Montreal to London. When we got to London, there's no masks, no mandates. We got a ride down to Hampton, to the boat yards. We jumped on a cruise ship. We sailed to Dorset. We went to Corfe Castle. Never wore a mask. We went back on the ship over to Ireland. We went to Cove, Cork, toured the mountains up in above Cove in Cork. Then we sailed to Dublin. No masks, no nothing. We went up and visited the mountains above Dublin, saw the Guinness factory. Then we got on the boat. We went to Belfast, and we toured Northern Ireland. We got back on the ship, and we sailed up to the Orkney Islands, Scotland, Kirkwall. Saw Scale House, the Rings of Brodgar. Sailed down to Inverness, Invergordon, Loch Ness. No masks, no nothing. And then we were supposed to go to Belgium, but there's a drought apparently over there, and the ship couldn't get into the dock. So we went to the Netherlands, Stayed 2 days in Amsterdam, Rotterdam. No masks, nothing. And when we flew home, we flew to Chicago, which is kind of so stupid. I got to fly past here to come back. But then we had to put a mask on leaving Chicago to come back to Canada. Dumbest thing I've ever seen.
That's so silly.
Oh,
Wow.
it's just ridiculous.
Some of it may be that you know, I don't participate in a whole lot of stuff that that would probably require a mask, I guess. But I rarely, maybe 1 in 100 people around here that I'll see with a mask on out in public.
Well, and usually they're older people that are immune compromised.
But
You know.
and they've been convinced that those things are effective, and not a single study has shown that masks are effective.
Right.
If you want to wear one, go ahead.
Right. Yeah.
You know what? More power to you if you feel your immune system is down. But I'm a crusty old 61-year-old guy who's probably healthy as a horse, and just find it stupid.
Well, the only people that I see, like, there was a few people out and about today that I saw wearing masks, and most, like, probably 90% of the ones that you do see with them are really old, frail looking senior citizens, you know, that you can tell they've recently been ill, or, you know, fighting some kind of ailment of some sort. So their immune system is probably weakened already. So, I mean, that I can understand. If that's what makes you feel better, by all means, but don't make me wear one.
To each their own. But yeah, you don't have to worry about having to flash a passport or something anymore. I think it's the world's had enough of that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Tammy said, I'm 60 years young. I'm not ready for diapers on either end.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Secondhand Lions?
I've heard of it. I don't know that I've seen it.
It's a phenomenal movie, and in the end, they're like 95, and they fly into a barn upside down and die with their boots on.
Wow. I definitely agree, Metal.
Same.
Yeah, I think most
100%.
people are done with the whole mask and COVID and everything.
I always joked that it's okay to fart in public. You just can't cough anymore.
Yeah. Nowadays, you fart to cover your cough.
Oh, the looks that I've gotten. Because, okay, we live in the South. The humidity is, on a normal day, it's like 90-something%. Okay. When a cold front comes through, like last week, and our humidity drops to 30-something%, y'all, my nose didn't know what to do with itself. Okay. It was in shock. We normally run dehumidifiers here. We needed to boil water because we were just so dried out. But it gave me this cough, and you go to the store and you cough, and it's like 30 people look at you like you've got the plague. I'm like, don't y'all live here too? I can't be the only one that's got sinus drip.
Oh man.
So you're saying you crop dusted her, Mama Bear?
I mean, it's hilarious.
I should pull this phone out and say, you know what? Even us Canadians up here, some of us are actually prepared. Let me just. Anybody thinks that you have to be a crazy Southern American or whatever, but
He's gonna open his pantry.
Right on.
Where is it? Talking about pasta. Is there enough in there?
Never enough pasta.
Oh, wait, here. Homemade peppers.
Very nice. Is that just pickled peppers?
I jar mine in olive oil.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I keep. Where's the
What
friggin'
kind of peppers is that?
I grow them on the deck.
Is it?
Bunch of different srirachas, no, a whole bunch. And then what I do is my mother-in-law, my wife is Italian. So one day, God rest her soul, she was a wonderful lady. I asked her to show me how she did hers. And she showed me, but she told me, you don't tell anyone. So I grow them in the deck, wash them, cut the ends off, slice them, and take half a cup of vinegar, half a cup of water, equal amounts to cover them for 24 hours in a bowl. Let them soak, then strain them, then into the jar and filled with olive oil and tightened. And some of
Wow.
those, I'll tell you right now, if you want a sandwich, you dip your fork in there if you don't feel like peppers, and the oils gets infused with the flavors.
Yep.
Oh,
Right.
so
Yeah.
good.
Wow.
Should last 3 to 4 years.
And you could do that with any pepper.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to try that. I have to
They are
replant one
very
again.
Well, and also we do our own tomato sauce. I think we had 200 and some jars done up, but
Oh,
we're
wow.
over. Between the kids and that, though, they
Yeah.
Oh, I would take
Yeah.
some of that.
and then Tina pickles beans. And we also do sweet red peppers.
Yeah.
And salsa.
Gravy, that's a lot of maters.
Oh, but once you do these, I can't eat canned tomato sauce anymore. Just this stuff's too good.
Right. We make our own barbecue sauce, and I know what you mean.
Yo,
Can't eat the
Once
store
you-
stuff anymore.
once you do this stuff, it's just you don't want to eat the other stuff. Just doesn't taste as good.
Right.
Lori's asking what's the temperature here?
It's,
67.
Right now it's okay. I was gonna say around 70.
My computer tells me the temperature.
Oh, okay, mine does too. Maybe not.
My computer's smarter than yours.
Oh, whatever.
Let's go back to chat here.
The thermostat actually says 75 in here, but it does not feel like it's 75.
That's because you open the windows. The freaking air conditioning not working. I'll send a message to that electrician.
Okay.
CJ, have a great night. Love back at you.
Now you have my full attention. I love canning.
I'll show you a little memento. My buddy's ranch in Texas, he had black bucks for a long time. And he always wanted me to shoot a black buck, but they're just so pretty. I said, man, those things are like $2,500. I don't want to shoot one of your black bucks. So coyotes used to kill them. He'd always tell us, if you're out in the blind, shoot a coyote because they drive them nuts, right?
Right.
So the coyote ate that one, and I brought it home and I cleaned it all up. I found that skull out in his, where is it? There it is, in the field, and he gave it to me. And these are actually hair, these spiral black buck horns. Can you see that okay?
Yeah, yeah. That's made of hair?
That grows from here all the way up to the top. So I cleaned those all up, brought it home, boiled it, and got it cleaned up just like that. Where is it?
That's nice.
As you can tell, I'm a fan of Texas.
Yeah.
Go back to the chat.
Well, that's kind of creepy. It looks biblically spooky. Oh man.
I got to show you one other thing.
I'm curious that her neighbor raises fallow deer.
Oh, Dawn says she needs Lippy's address.
I don't know if I have Lippy's address. I do somewhere.
Get this back off here.
She might have a P.O. box, Dawn, on her on her channel. Yeah.
Having gone down south so many times, you get to see all the knickknacks we don't get to see up here. Because I am a licensed firearm owner, and I do own firearms. Love going out and shooting birds and shooting tin cans and stuff. So we're down there, and my buddy pulled out the shotgun, and he put one of these things in there. So it's kind of looks like that, right? But let's see if I can get this.
And that went in a shotgun?
So that's
a
converts your shotgun to 44 meg.
No. Oh my
Crap.
God. That's crazy.
Slide that in the tube. Boom. Drop 44 mag in. Boom.
Huh. Wow.
They were so cool. I bought two.
Wow.
Shipped right to the door here in Canada.
Let's see.
If you do, go to Shooter's Box. That's the website. Totally legal. Long as you're a licensed firearm owner in Canada.
Sean always told me that was a tough thing to be a firearms owner in Canada.
That's
He said it wasn't worth the hassle for him.
Well, I can tell you that as a law-abiding citizen,
one is none.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's kind of annoying when you see right now on the news there was an Ontario provincial policeman shot by I can't think of another word other than a piece of crap.
Yeah.
Who has a record and shouldn't be allowed to be around a firearm. And an OPP found a car wrecked or whatever, and the guy shot him.
Oh. Well, listen, I just got a text from a concerned viewer about maybe we should start watching our language.
Yes.
So and especially this stream,
Yeah.
this is what I definitely don't want to disappear.
Yes.
I'd appreciate that.
Yes. So I don't understand, like, someone like Sean wanting to have a firearm and thinking it was too much of a hassle. It's almost a shame. It is a shame that law-abiding citizens have to feel that way.
Yeah, I agree. And Sherry's got it right in the chat here. Criminals don't care about rules and laws. Yeah, so if we have a rule, or if a law is passed that these particular arms are taken away from people, then the law-abiding citizens are the ones who are going to be defenseless. Because, maybe we should just outlaw killing
criminals.
People. Oh, wait.
Sean talked about it often. If we all know that he talked about the stupidity of our government, he was its biggest. What would we say? He tried to keep them honest by telling the truth.
Mhm.
Not everybody likes to hear the truth,
Right.
and I always gave him a lot of credit for saying the things he did and being so polite about it. It's very
Yeah.
difficult for a lot of people to be that
Yeah.
polite. So he was a champion in that matter.
Yeah. Well, look, I hate to cut it short, but we're getting close to 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I think we need to see about see what we can do about this air conditioner. Oh, he left. I didn't. Well, I didn't expect that. All right, bye, Canadian.
He ain't gonna talk to you no more. He's done.
All right, I'm out. So I just want to
Oh, that was great.
get your tissues ready because I want to end with this.
Oh, heck.
Don't hate me. Oh, hang on.
But anyways, that's what I've got for you guys today. I hope everyone is well and safe. This is going to be North. Out for now.
That's the only thing that I was able to emotionally grab and share tonight. Remember, us believers, we will meet again. So until next week, guys, thank you for joining us. I hope it was a blessing to you.
Sorry, Middle. That was his fault. I cried while he was editing it.
Sorry, guys. I had to. We will meet again.
Yeah.
I hope we see you guys next week. Good night and God bless.
See you guys next week.